Everybody, my name is Ed, and welcome back to Who Am I? Part 2, or whatever part this will be. Anyway, well, it is part 2, but like the last one was kind of part 0 because it's mostly background information, but we did get into the story time a little bit. Whatever, let's just say it's part 2. Anyway, but anyway, where was I? It's really cold in here. Hold on, give me a second. No, okay. I thought it just turned off right when I did that. Okay, but anyway, where was I? Hold on. Sorry about that. My brother was watching something and it was kind of loud, so I went out to turn it down. But anyway, moving on. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is part 2, and let's get into this. So last time we left off, I was explaining how they were going to frame Izuku, and it's a bit more different. They didn't use someone. There's no actual like proof other than conversation. They had, like, let's say, like, they went in front of a security camera that they had and made it sound like Izuku was the one giving them the information. Like, they made it sound like it. So it wasn't, like, proof of him being there. Like, it wasn't proof of him doing it. There was no proof. There was no actual person. There wasn't anything else. There wasn't DNA or nothing. It's just basically talk. Like, they went in front of a security camera, talked into the phone, saying Izuku's name, saying thank you for helping us get that information, all that stuff. And bada bing, bada boom, send. So, yeah. So, this little thing got leaked to mostly just Class 1A. No one really else. So, like, it got leaked to one, and then it got leaked to one, and they said it, just showed them it. Well, they because they don't have dorm. They don't. Well, actually, yeah, they do. Shit, I forgot that they did. I forgot I was gonna make the dorms come in first. Because first off, because I need it for the story, and second of all, plot armor. Sorry, I need it for plot. So anyway, hey, I'm the maker of this story. It's my rules. But anyway, moving on. So like it got out. So then like, like a lot of people who didn't like they didn't like Zuko, like mostly of jealousy, and other people just thinking that they got betrayed to just Uraraka and Ida. They like thought they were his friends and all that shit. So yeah. So that kind of just fucking happened. So they kick his ass. And he can't really defend himself. Like, he doesn't fucking remember. If he actually did it, he wouldn't fucking remember. Like, he wouldn't know. Like, he would, like, so they kind of just beat the shit out of him. And, yeah, so they are a bit more smarter than this. They didn't just fucking have him out in the middle of the living room or anything. No. Let's say, like, the dorms have this little basement little area. It's like this little like basement to store certain items, like extra items or something like that. So they just have a chair down there with him tied to it, and they kind of just beat the shit out of him. They go down there every day to kick his ass for 3 days straight. Zuko went missing for 3 days. Izumi and her childhood friend, who I will not reveal yet, were worried sick. Like, they knew him. Inko was also worried. All Might was worried. Like, no one knew. Only Class 1A. That's it. No one else knew. Like, a lot of teachers got worried. Like, holy shit, where the fuck is he? Like, he's not... Like, they found his phone in his room. There's no proof of him going anywhere. There's nothing. They have no leads, no nothing. So, yeah. So, that kind of just happened. Now, obviously, there's like a week or two. What was it? Like a week? Was it a week break? That week break was like, and this kept on going for about another week. And, that week break, that went on for another week. So that break. But you know how they were going to announce the sports festival? They ended up pushing it further because they're missing a student now. So it's going to be like next month when they do it. So they have a whole month to find him. Or else, so like, you know, they're looking for him. And so yeah, so Izuku was down there for longer than a week. He was just getting his ass kicked longer than a week. Mostly reason why is because some people hated him, some people thought they would trade him. None of them even thought about giving him to the police because they're fucking stupid. Or telling anyone about this. So, yeah. So let's just say at some point in time, like, let's say 1A was kind of having a conversation about, you know, they're kind of having a conversation about what the fuck they're gonna do to Izuku, and like they say, you know, and all that stuff, and you know, some slightly older, green hair, slightly older than Izuku person, kind of overheard it. And we all know who that is. So, you know, she doesn't exactly just come up to them and be like, where the fuck is he? You know, she's a bit more secretive. She kind of plans something. So she knows about one for all and all that. So she gets All Might, she gets her childhood friend, and they get Aizawa. Now they all kind of roll into 1A the next day. 1A's dorms after school the next day. And they, you know, they start asking questions like, you know, you guys know anything that happened to Zuko? And they're like, no. They're like, no, nothing. He just disappeared one day. I don't know what to tell you guys. And, you know, it's like they're kind of just interviewing Bakugo now. You know, he's just like, he doesn't know. And, you know, he kind of fucks up a little bit. Not by telling him where it is, but more like just fucking pissing off Izumi, being like, why should we care? He was useless anyway, kind of thing. And, you know, Izumi didn't take that so lightly. So she fucking slammed the desk, and, you know, her fist is, like, on fire, and she's like, alright, I'm gonna put this simple. Alright, Bakugo, I'm gonna put this simply. I overheard your little fucking conversation with your friends about, you know, what you're gonna do to Izuku. So, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to tell me where the fuck he is before I tear off both your arms. Sorry, let's do a different thing. Hold on, wait. Alright guys, sorry about that. But anyway, I just had to deal with something, and so then, you know, we wouldn't be bothered anymore. But anyway, so what was I? Okay, yeah, Azumi was just threatening Bakugo. So he's like, alright, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to tell me where he is, or else I'm gonna rip off your head and shit down your throat. If any of you guys know what that's from. But anyway, she obviously didn't say that, but like, you know, she made a death threat. She's basically, I'm gonna burn you alive. I'm gonna burn you alive and make you look like a burnt chicken nugget, okay, man? But anyway. So Bakugo, you know, he's kinda like, he's kinda confident, you know? So he's like, like you do that, and then, you know. And she's like, okay, I changed my mind. I'm killing you right now. Like, he just fucking sets him on fire. And, you know, well, she stops it, obviously, and she's just beating the shit out of him now. He's just basically, just imagine, basically, he has him by his collar and just right hook after right hook over and over and over and over and over again. Like, there's nothing stopping it. Haymaker, just fucking punch. There's different just punches. Right hook, hammer fist, what the fuck ever. But yeah, basically, he just got fucked. So everyone else is like, holy shit. And, you know, Bakugo drops to the floor. He's unconscious. He drops to the floor because he's fucking in pain. And he's like, okay, so So if you don't want to end up like this guy right here, I suggest you tell us where he is. you know, it's just like everyone's like shitting their pants. Oh, I forgot. Did I forget to say that Zumi's in UA too? She's also trying to be a hero. She's like a third year. She's a third year, and I'll get to that a bit more later. But anyway. Where was I? Anyway, so the rest of them were like, okay, Jesus Christ, he's in the basement, Jesus. Good. Now, after this, counting on what health he's in, I'm gonna make sure you're gonna be in the exact same health. So everyone's like shitting their pants. They're like, fuck. They're like, fuck. Yeah. So they go down to the basement. And, it's like dark. They can't see anything. So they turn on the lights. And they see a chair. There's blood on the floor. There's blood on the floor and all that. But there's nothing else. There's just a chair, rope on the floor, blood, and nothing else. Suzuki's not there. So, the closest one to let's say the closest one to him was, I don't know, like, let's say Mina. So she grabs Mina by the neck and fucking slams her into the wall, and she's like, okay, so it seems like you guys seem to not want to tell me the truth. So, yeah, I'm going to give you another 5 seconds. I'm going to give you another, 3 seconds until you tell me. If you don't tell me, you're going to get shit, you're going to get a knuckle sandwich there. As he's like, the counting starts now. 1. We don't know where the fuck he is. He's like, 2. I'm not lying. I don't know. 3. I'm not fucking lying. I don't know where he is. As as I was like, I'm pretty sure he does. He's like, grabs her shoulders, like, I'm pretty sure she does. So she, Jesus Christ. So she drops her and she's like on the floor, on the ground. She's like, anyway, so they look at the thing. He's like, so how did he get out? How the hell? So where is he? So she's like, they're there, and she's like, where is she then? I don't know. And like, so he got out? I guess. Then he's like, then how did no one else notice? As you know, he's like he's basically like Batman. He puts on his detective skills into action. Basically Batman. So, but there's no proof. There's no blood going up the stairs. There's no nothing. There's no trace of anywhere he could have gone. There's just nothing. So it's another mystery put on, just not known. So, Ziggy already had his report showed as missing, and there is missing there, and now that it's a bit more bigger of a crisis, put up missing posters around, and Aizawa really fucking class 1A got really shat on. They told him the reason, and he's like, and they look at the fucking Jesus Christ, I'm skipping parts because I'm not saying them. They tell him that he's a traitor, and they look at the evidence that they have. And the evidence is just basically just Shigaraki facing the other way. But you can tell by the voice and how you can see a bit of his hair out and all that. You can tell it's him, but that's it. All it was that it was his voice. And we ran out of time once more, so we can't really continue on. But we'll continue on a bit more on investigating that video later. But yeah, we'll get into it later. So anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy, and goodbye.